This is the Pin Power Podcast with your host, Kara Chase. Every week, Kara teaches you about Pinterest marketing, online entrepreneurship, and productivity. How-tos and insider tips to build a strong foundation for marketing your business. You can read more about each episode over on the blog at karachase.com. Now, let's dive in.
Hey, thanks so much for listening in today. If you haven't already, click subscribe to listen to the Pin Power Podcast wherever you tune in to your favorite podcasts. If you want to get started learning to use Pinterest for your business, go to karachase.com/roadmap and get started for free. Today, we are talking all about effective Pinterest ads in 2020. If you've been feeling like Pinterest is an untapped resource for your business, you're right. Pinterest marketing, both paid and organic, has a better ROI for your time and money than any other social media or digital marketing platform I've seen out there. As an online entrepreneur or a small business owner, you know the value of learning how to do less to get more results. Those results can be traffic to your website, email list building, and paid products or services. The reason I niched into teaching Pinterest strategy to other online entrepreneurs is that I saw how, number one, I could scale Pinterest content marketing for myself and clients. Number two, Pinterest was driving 80% of my traffic, email signups, and sales. And number three, my return on ad spend was blowing every other ads platform out of the water. When you decide to invest money into advertising your business, it can be intimidating. Maybe you've tried other platforms and lost a chunk of change. Facebook. Related post for you is the ultimate how-to guide for Pinterest promoted pins, and I will link you up. Maybe you've dabbled in promoted pins, but you didn't feel like you knew what you were doing, and so you backed away from it until you had the time to really learn more. But when is that time magically going to happen? Pinterest recently released its Guide to Paid Marketing for 2020, and it's worth a look. You can even download it. So here's your guide to effective Pinterest ads and what you need to know. What I love about this guide from Pinterest is it addresses several things that have changed for Pinterest this year, namely their best practices for fresh pins and how quarantine and COVID-19 has affected our digital and social lives. People start their search on Pinterest, and Pinterest has a way to market to them. 97% of the top searches on Pinterest are non-branded. Read that again. That means that people come looking for something in particular, but not a brand in particular, at least not yet. Which means you have an incredible opportunity to introduce yourself at exactly the moment they are most open to discovering you, before the competition, when people are considering what to do or buy next. Having a combination of a great keyword strategy and appealing pin graphics will set you up to be discovered. You'll be in the right place at the right time. Pro tip: use the guided search bar on Pinterest to discover what keywords your target audience is using. Then put them in your profile, board titles and descriptions, pin titles and descriptions, even as your text overlays on your pin graphics. People don't just come to see inspiring content, they come to act on it. People on Pinterest tend to buy more often. They put more items in their shopping carts, they're bigger brand advocates, and they spend nearly 80% more in retail than people off Pinterest. If you go over to the blog, you can check out some detailed infographics provided by Pinterest in this 2020 guide. Pinterest is growing exponentially in 2020. When the global pandemic hit around March, people jumped on Pinterest to get ideas and get inspired. They searched for online schools and homeschools. They searched for self-care and budgeting. They searched for how to adjust to our new normal and maintain a healthy mindset. They searched for a place online to feel better, less overwhelmed, and more positive. And Pinterest has provided that safe haven digitally, growing to 367 million monthly active users worldwide. So what do you need to know for effective promoted pins? Pinterest calls its paid ads promoted pins. They also call their tracking pixel your Pinterest tag. Both terms you should be aware of when you're getting started. First things first, let's talk about the anatomy of a pin. Keywords and graphics are the most important element of setting your pins up for success, both in organic and paid search. There's a really cool graphic over on the blog that breaks down image sizes, video sizes, titles, and descriptions. How you create your pin matters. Most online entrepreneurs I talk to don't realize that Pinterest uses every bit of information on a pin to determine how and when to serve it to your audience. And I quote, Pinterest indexes information about billions of pins every day. Everything about a pin, the image, copy, link, and even the board the pin was saved to, gives Pinterest signals about how and where to surface that pin. Be thoughtful with your copy and images to help your pins get seen by more people at the right time. To get a primer on all the ad formats and specifications you need to know, you can go to that downloadable guide, go directly to page 37, and it's all there. You need to know where your content shows up in Pinterest. Pinterest has several different views or feeds that a pinner can see across desktop and mobile devices. If you're a bit confused about where your content shows up, the slide they have in the guide breaks it down really nicely. Knowing where your promoted pins are going to show up is an important part of setting up your ads. You need to know whether you want them to show up in search feed, related pins, home feed, and some of the other options that Pinterest provides. Next rule is you don't want to interrupt, you want to inspire. Pinterest prides itself on being separate and distinct from other social media platforms. It's not another social app. The aim of promoted pins is not to interrupt the user experience, but instead to inspire the user to take action. There are 5 characteristics of a great pin. Number 1, it's visually appealing and it fuels the imagination. Number 2, it's original, meaning new and fresh. Number 3, it's positive and has a sense of inherent goodness. Number 4, it's relevant. The ideas are within reach. And number 5, it's actionable and drives pinners to take action. So let's talk about proper targeting when it comes to your promoted pins. Reaching the right people at the right time is going to make any paid advertising effective. Here are the best tools Pinterest gives its brands to make sure that happens. Behavior targeting. You can target your audience with keywords, interests, and setting up act-alike audiences. Next, we have retargeting. Achieve even more relevance with your ads by retargeting your customer lists, like emails and purchasers, your engagement audiences, or people who've interacted with your pins, and your site visitors, visitors to your website and any landing pages. Now let's talk about bidding on your ads. Promoted pins function on a bidding system. You want to tell Pinterest how much you're willing to pay for the results you want, either traffic or conversions or some of the other options they have available. Pinterest has just released an automatic bidding feature for ads that fall under your set budget. Pinterest says, Pinterest automatically updates your bids throughout the day. We aim to get you the most clicks at the lowest possible cost within your given budget. Our internal tests have shown that on average, advertisers using automatic bidding got 35% more clicks for the same budget. Now, in conclusion, Pinterest is giving marketers a magic pixie dust unicorn right now, an inspiring platform where users are looking for solutions and products to buy, coupled with a better return on investment than other ads platforms. With a basic understanding of what makes promoted pins effective this year, you can take the leap into paid marketing and scale your business successfully. Do you want to run your first promoted pin campaign? Members of Pin Power Method get detailed advice and support on all aspects of organic and paid Pinterest marketing strategies. Plus, all members of Pin Power Method receive instant access to our full training library, Canva pin templates and keyword lists, monthly live training Q&As, community feedback and support, and lots of extra bonuses like discounts and affiliate access. If you're not a member yet, go to pinpowermethod.com and join today. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time.
Want to know more about Pinterest marketing for your online business? Head over to pinpowermethod.com, the first Pinterest marketing membership designed for entrepreneurs. We'll catch you next time, Rockstar.